Riot buffed Gekko, and I think they did it a little too hard because this guy is now nuts. In patch 12.03, you can now pick up his molly and use it again after 20 seconds. Now, obviously I'm not playing on that patch, but after you use this molly, you can pick it up and use it again and 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 again. The reason why this is a problem is because Gekko can now default 5 different parts of the map and then still have all of his utility to execute. And not only that, look at how big this molly is. Like, this covers all of Octagon on lamps if you place it the right way. That is insane. So, like, on a map like Bind, you could default long, wait 20 seconds, default hookah, wait another 20 seconds, maybe go in a shower. Or you could start hookah, go long, and then take the teleporter long, and then take showers. And you can combine all of your abilities at once. This is what makes Gekko strong. If you combine his wingman going up long, and you throw Dizzy behind him, and then you could throw Mosh Pit on top of them, or I guess maybe you would mosh pit first and then do those two. It makes an unstoppable default that you can't really counter because what are you going to do? This molly's huge. It destroys you like a breach aftershock, and you're going to get stunned, and you're going to get flash, and you're going to get destroyed. And now Gekko could use it every 20 seconds. Is that not nuts? So obviously, yes, Harbor is really good, but who else can combo with Gekko? Well, flash characters, because think about it. If Dizzy's going over to site or Wingman's running into site or whatever, the problem with them is that these little pets are really squishy, so you're going to need to protect them. And how do you do that? Well, you're going to want to use flashes. So right before your team executes, before Dizzy goes out, Wingman's goes out, or I guess at the same time, you're going to want to like throw a Sky Flash. So anybody holding the choke gets blinded by the Sky Flash. Dizzy, Wingman are coming in. Dizzy gets the blind off safely and scans the entire site for your team because she was never broken. And then Wingman goes in, plants a spike safely because nobody's going to shoot him because they're blinded by both Dizzy and your bird. And again, this goes for any flash character. It doesn't have to be Sky. It could be KO, Breach, Phoenix, even Reyna. I think Reyna's an awesome option because Reyna's flashes are, impossible to break. And then not only that, you have Thrash. Thrash is a rechargeable ult that you can pick up and use twice in a round. I don't know what to tell you. This is just a crazy change to Gekko. He has 5 mollies around. That's insane. So on offense, obviously he's going to be a problem, but on defense, I do think he's still going to struggle quite a bit because in order to use his abilities, I guess, reactively on defense, right? If you want to flash shower and let's see, maybe you find some lineup that like goes through this window or something and it lands like somewhere out here, you kind of have to come all the way out here and pick this up, which makes you pretty, vulnerable to the offense. Same thing with Wingman. If you want to use Wingman to re-clear short or re-clear shower or re-clear this Viper wall or something, you have to like go over to pick him up, and this one can sometimes put you in disadvantageous situations. And the same thing goes for his molly, right? If you want to throw a molly and you want to stop and execute, you're not going to go all the way out here and pick up the molly, right? So on defense, I do think he struggles a little bit, but I do think because he's about to smurf so hard on attack that we're going to see Gekko all over the place. And if we're going to see Gekko all over the place, we have to talk about some of the agents that he synergizes with. And my personal favorite would be Harbor. So in the patch before this Gekko one, Riot made Harbor just a ton stronger. His smoke recharges a lot quicker. His wall is like really tall. Look how big this thing is. Like this covers, like this is almost Astro Wall like size. That's insane. His molly now tells you if somebody's in it. The ult now tells you if somebody's in it. It's just insane. He's a really good agent now, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Harbor meta, especially when you combine him with Gekko. Now, when you combine him with Gekko, what does that really mean? Like, what does that look like? Well, for starters, because this wall is really big, this allows Gekko to throw his Dizzy. Let's say, for example, you're hitting A on bind. You could probably throw Dizzy through the showers hole or just throw him up high or high out of short. And this is going to be a lot harder to hit for anybody playing in front of this wall. Anybody backside, you're not going to be able to help your teammate shoot Gekko behind this thing. It's just way too big. You're protecting Dizzy. And then on attack, also, Harbor is going to be able to use his coves pretty consistently to help Gekko retrieve his friends. So let's say, for example, your team default showers. So you got the Wingman, you got the Dizzy, you got the Mosh Pit that lands maybe like somewhere in this area. So you're not, open to sight, right? Harbor can then throw out a smoke, put some armor on it, and then Gekko could just sit here and farm his abilities while you're holding for him. So Harbor not only protects Gekko, well, not only protects his abilities, but also protects Gekko, right? And that is just insane. And not only that, but then you also have his standard, if you're retaking a site and you need to defuse the spike, you can throw your cove on top of it, put your shield up, and then now odds are with all this rechargeable utility, you're gonna have your mollies too still, so you can like molly short so they can't swing short, and then you're gonna have Dizzy, so they're mollied out and then they're also getting Dizzy flashed while Wingman is trying to defuse. We're gonna see this combo a lot more often, and it's just insane. And now lastly, I think the strongest part of Harbor's kit is that for 7 ult points, for the cheap cost of 7 ult orbs, you now get a huge reckoning that covers quite literally the entirety of some sites in this game, right? Notice how this just flushed all of B, and it didn't miss a single spot. I mean, I guess it missed Ticket Booth, but like when this Reckoning is going out, what's coming behind this? Well, it's obvious. Dizzy, Wingman, a mosh pit. You're not going to be able to shoot Dizzy if this big thing is coming at you, right? You're going to get destroyed by this harbor wall. And not only that, Dizzy's going to be right behind it, and it's going to tag you, and you're going to get gooped, and you're going to get mad. Or Wingman, I guess, would be planning the spike, but he could also be sent out to stun you. You're not going to be able to see him. You're not going to know he's coming. So I think that Harbor and Gecko synergize in just so many ways that we are probably going to enter a Gecko Harbor meta. I don't know. I think it's going to be fun. We haven't really seen these agents a whole lot, and I'm excited for about what we're about to see. Now, if you want to master Gekko as fast as you can, watch this video right here.